Good evening.
Good
We are
evening,
live.
Dave.
We got no one watching us.
Oh, mate, that's because we haven't had our
Music.
little 2-minute intro.
No, I know. Oh, we got people watching now. Good evening.
I can't see you, Dave. Obviously, technology's let me down today, hasn't it?
It has indeed. Good evening to the two people watching us. We've had a few technical issues getting us to go live. Welcome to Grumpy Old Spurs. Matt Gibbo here is on his phone. Good evening to Kerry. Good evening to Keith. He's on time. We weren't.
Wow.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Keith's on time. We weren't. So tonight we are doing a special theme show. The season ain't half shot, Mum, with lovely Windsor Davis. There we go. How are you, Gibbo? You well?
In general terms, life is good. Everything's as it should be. But I've got to be honest, mate. I've had a guts full now. The Spurs.
Have you?
Mate, it's terrible. And I mean, it's a joke. You know, like, and if it's not bad enough getting memed up and clipped up and all the shit that Tottenham are getting, the managers they're talking about bringing Harry Redknapp back with Tim Sherwood and mate, what an absolute farce. And after the game on Tuesday night, I don't know how it could get worse, but I'm absolutely sure it will.
Well, let's hold that thought, Gibbo, because apparently apparently Kerry wants cheering up.
Well, so what's she tuned in here for then?
I have no idea why she's tuned in. No idea whatsoever. She's come to the wrong place. Tonight, let's go. Right, tonight we're going to have a quick chat about Palace. We are going to talk about Madrid.
Have we not discussed Palace yet?
No, we haven't, have we? Or have we? Did we?
That was Palace last Thursday.
Yeah, no, we were on before. We're on the Tuesday.
So we've got Palace,
Madrid.
Yeah.
And then
was there one in between?
No, because that's a cup weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So we got Palace. We're going to talk about Palace. We're going to talk about. We're obviously going to look at the league table, and we are obviously going to talk about Madrid. And also tonight we're going to have a debate. Are you Team Vini or Team Levy? Team Vini or Team Levy? We'll get to that before we anticipate the weekend's game at Liverpool, where we have got a worse record than Cilla Black's Anybody Had a Heart. So we're gonna have Laura. Are you? We're gonna have a Laura last tonight. Okay, a Laura last. So let's quickly talk about Palace. Now, obviously, this is the pivotal moment of the game when Van de Ven had his brain fart. But I do want to point out Pedro Porro. One thing I've noticed about Pedro Porro this season is his unfeasibly large hand-arm movement. He does it every time. And the question is that, I mean, I don't know if you know this, Gibbo, I'm no 100 meters sprint person. But I'd have thought that if you're running along in a desperate situation with your right arm in the air, it doesn't help your running. What do you think?
Well, no, I shouldn't think it like gives you an extra, turn of pace. But mate, nothing surprises me with this group. Nothing surprises me. I mean, like you say, you want to talk about Palace.
Well, I don't really.
Well, no, went 1-0 up, didn't we? And then it's just complete capitulation. Like I said, Dave, we can sort of I don't know about you. I'm at the point where watching Spurs now for probably 70 minutes of that game and the majority, pretty much all of the Madrid game, I'm just laughing at the complete ineptitude of that team because I don't usually get I'm quite sort of take it on the chin, but it's at the point now where if you don't laugh, you'll cry, wouldn't you?
That's true. Can I just say, Gibbo, the angle that you're at tonight, I'm seeing more greyness in your beard than I've ever seen before.
So, no, I'm growing my beard, Dave, And unfortunately, the longer it grows, the more you'll see the grey.
That is the way it goes, isn't it?
That is the way it goes. I wish, obviously, completely different conversation, completely different topic. I wish it would be, I'd rather be sort of grey all over
Right.
than the little patches of grey. But, you know, it is what it is.
Anyway, unfortunately, back to Tottenham.
Unfortunately.
Now, I think, as you saw, so obviously I saw at half time, a lot of people left, and I don't think they ever came back, right?
No.
And I kind of think that we have a little bit of an unsaid contract here that if we're going to do this, we really kind of need to be watching the games. So at half time, I left that couch in disgust. I had a bit of a hangover, and I went and got a toasted cheese and avocado sarnie. I got a coffee. I went to the dry cleaners to drop off my shirts, and then I came back probably about 10 minutes after the second half. I couldn't take it, really.
You didn't miss much, Dave. We're at the point now. We'll go on to Madrid, but after Kinsky at that point, my son, we watch most games together. His words to me were, "I just can't watch anymore, Dad." He said, "I just cannot watch this anymore." So Zach's supporting life started when we beat. Can you remember under Poch where we beat Chelsea at the Lane 5-3?
Oh yeah, good way to start.
That was his introduction to Spurs. So
Yeah.
he had a pretty good run early on.
No,
Like when I used to tell him about I still see him as good old days, even though they were quite bad. And I sort of like say to him now, like, this is as bad as it was when it was bad. And he was the same day. He just like, I couldn't watch anymore. Did he stay down for all of the Palace game? But my wife comes in the kitchen where we watch it, and she's like, I don't know what you watch, what you're doing this yourself for. And I said, it's like a car crash. It is like, I just cannot take my eyes off it. I'm even more sort of like transfixed than when we were decent. But I think it's just, I can't believe how bad it is.
It's like a morbid curiosity, isn't it? It's like reality TV car crash, greatest car crashes of all time. Do you know that video? It's presented by Danny Baker.
That's it. I've watched this, and it's been so bad. I wonder if it can get any worse. And in front, and unbelievably, from the Palace game to the Madrid game, it did get worse.
Hold that thought. But I think what could have summed up our season, and we both think we're going down, and we've called this a long while ago, was that 2 minutes where we scored the goal. Well, no, actually, was when their goal was disallowed because of the shadow of the 3-day stubble on his face. Right?
Yeah.
Was it the stubble on his face was in an offside position, which I think is what VAR was created for, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely, to rule out goals.
Like that, because we were all down the pub after a game before VAR going, that stubble was definitely offside. He should never have been allowed that goal.
We're not getting these decisions right.
We're not getting these stubble decisions right. What's going on? Anyway, then we score. Great work by Archie Gray.
Excellent.
Great work. And
good finish as well, to be fair, Dave. Good finish by Solanke.
He'll be great in the Championship, won't he?
Oh, and then he'll be brilliant.
He will be great. We've lost viewers down to 11. What can you do? And then Van de Ven, who has been shocking for weeks. The leadership group consists of Vicario, who I called out at the time as hardly the Dalai Lama when it comes to calm. Romero, don't have to say much more than that.
No.
Van de Ven, who the Van de Ven penalty, he scuffed. I mean, he scuffed it. It was his fault in the first place, but he scuffed the clearance. And then that was it. And then I thought the panic stations by Tudor in terms of, I can understand why he brought off Sousa. And so this week he has brought off young players very prematurely. Part one, Sousa. I can understand why he did it. He was on a yellow card. It was his first game in the Premier League, and that was a bad challenge to get the yellow. And so we didn't want to go down to 9 men. But I don't quite understand why. Well, who did he bring on? Basuma and Gallagher, who we have paid Atletico Madrid to play him on the right of midfield. Don't understand why. And then after that, I mean, it was just all a bit pathetic, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've not been sold on Tudor since he come, but I think Palace, like you said, that those two substitutions. Did we need to make two substitutions? Could we have just not called for a little bit of calm and just change things round a bit and sort of like drop someone in or just bring another defender on? Did we need to? Very strange, but that's what it is all around, isn't it, Dave? It is at the moment at Tottenham Hotspur. It is pure panic stations, and like you said, Van de Ven's was just a complete cluster all over, booting it in the air, the pullback, Danzo sort of getting caught under the ball, just and then the subs just. I'm speechless, really, by how I'm not speechless because we'll obviously be talking for an hour or so about it all tonight. But it's mind blowing how ridiculous it's got, isn't it? Like the things we're watching, the things they're doing.
We can't do an hour of speechless, Givo. I just want to say.
Obviously, that would be even worse for our figures, Dave.
I mean, it might actually improve them, to be honest. So anyway, Givo, I know that you and the family, it's part of your favourite time of the week where we look at the league table. And I don't know if you're going to see this or not. Here's the league table.
Yeah.
It's a new graphic, Gibbo. It's a new graphic. Do you like it?
I love that, Dave. I bet you've been working all week to try and perfect that.
Day and
arrow,
night,
haven't you?
Day and night, Gibbo.
And what does the arrow symbolise?
Well, it's going in one direction, Gibbo. Can you see the direction it's going in?
Down.
Yeah, down, deeper and down. So, as I said, the season ain't half shot, Mum. Starring the lovely Windsor Davis. And we are now, where are we? We are now on 29 points. We're 1 point ahead of West Ham. Wolves, out of nowhere, have started winning games, but they are on 16 points. It's going to have to be the biggest swing. Oh, I like that. It's the Arc of Despair. Thank
lovely.
You. You've heard of the Arc de Triomphe? This is the Arc de Despair. I like it.
A question to put to you, Dave.
Yes. Is it about graphics, Gibbo?
The graphic is superb, but
Thanks.
Looking at this graphic now, One Direction, 1D.
Yes.
Do you think, and obviously people have said this, and I think when you see people on social media or you talk to friends at the minute about Tottenham, everybody's ultra cynical, aren't they, about them, just because of where we are. But do you think after that game against Crystal Palace,
yes,
the realisation hit home, like where literally the majority of the fan base have been for I'd say minimal, the people who were like loyal, sort of like 2 weeks ago. Some people like myself in Leon, Christmas time, about how bad we are and where we were heading. But
you got together at Christmas time.
Do you think the club as a whole and the players actually, when that final whistle went, thought, fuck, we're in trouble?
I think so. I think that apparently the players had a good chat in their kit. They hadn't had a shower.
Yeah.
They hadn't gone into the toiletries bag that they all have, which is all sponsored. They hadn't had a shower. They hadn't unzipped the toiletries bag. They had a good chat whilst dressed in their kit, according to Dominic Solanke.
And obviously, Tadpole Tudor was happy with, as we'll come on to it, was happy with the way the boat was being steered, wasn't he? After that, he'd seen things. Apparently he'd seen things that made him happy and think that we were on the way forward after that little chat.
Is it like that kid in that film who could see dead people? What was that film called?
The Sixth Sense.
Yeah, has he got the sixth sense?
He's got the
Do you know what I
seventh
mean?
sense, hasn't he?
He's got the seventh sense. Well,
It-
he's got I see good things. Where?
it-
Where do you? Where
I
I
see
don't
good
fucking
things
see
where
him.
there are none.
I see good things where there aren't any whatsoever. Look, just want to say that it's very true. You don't get graphics like that on Cowlin or last week. I mean,
Absolutely.
no, you don't.
The sheer
Obviously,
arrogance of them, not putting the
I know.
work in.
I know. I mean, Cowlin's got his car park space. Did you know Gibbo Cowlin blocked me a long time ago?
I'm not surprised, Dave. You're blocked by most people on X,
I
aren't
am.
you?
I am blocked by most people on it. I've no idea why. I'm just not a controversial person whatsoever. So basically, Milton's feeling the worst after the Forest loss. He was already fearing. Sorry, my apologies, Milton.
I'm with Milton.
Yeah, he was fearing the worst. I wasn't feeling great after Chelsea, to be honest with you. King Hoddle, he's been blocked by Cowlin. I hope that you've got your comments on when the whistle blows. We did put a word in for you last week, King. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, Milton always talking about Spence tapping Igor to get acknowledgement. What about when Spence? Yeah, good point, Milton. I think Spence has got a lousy
He's
attitude.
a wanker, isn't he?
He is, actually. I don't like Jed Spence. As
No.
I said, what I said last week, I asked the question. I think I asked Connor, is there anyone you like? I still like Gray, and I still like Bergval. I don't mind Kulu, but we're never going to see him again. Sorry. That's it. And a good point here from Kerry. Why do they keep going on about boats? Next week, they're going to be talking about the life raft that we're on to continue the boating analogy.
I think, Dave, Warnock had Spence pegged, didn't he?
Well, he did, didn't he?
He did.
Although that is a slightly libelous statement to say that Warnock had Spence pegged, but let's move on from that.
Yeah, that's why they don't talk anymore.
No.
Yeah, but
we'll clip that up.
Yeah, but I just think Jed Spence sent for me. We got a bit, as we did with a lot of. I think he was another one we got a bit carried away with, wasn't it?
We get carried away by players who can string together a pass to another player in the team, and we go, "Wow, look at that! They're great."
Oh, he's a player. He loves the club.
Yeah, exactly. The players rule the roost. Yeah, you're right. The players do rule the roost. Now, Gibbo, you just said that Palace, and you're laughing, and it's like watching a car crash, and anything could possibly get worse. You know what it's time to talk about?
Go on.
It's time to talk about
the Kinsky files.
The Kinsky mashup with Underworld, Born Slippy. So, did you? Okay, first of all, let's not try and be Harry Hindsight here.
No, I won't be.
Should you think he should have started?
To be honest, Dave, when they said he was starting, I wasn't frothing at the mouth like a few people. I wasn't really bothered. I mean, ironically, my thinking was, well, he's probably just gone with him because he can kick the ball better. I mean, that's like you said, that's Harry Hindsight now. So that was my thinking. Vicario's not covered himself in glory, has he? And but I never thought Kinsky was a good keeper anyway. I mean,
Yeah, you did after the Liverpool semi-final when he was chipping everyone, and you were on here going, you ordered your Kinsky shirt.
In the future.
I remember. Yeah.
He reminds me very much of. Remember when we had Galini, and I used to watch Galini and thought, you shoot at him and you'll score. Do you know what I mean? He is just one of the most bog standard keepers I've ever seen. But yeah, Kinsky.
No, he's not. Hang on. Galini rapped. He made some records, and he was a hip hop artist, and he wore his baseball cap back to front. You are just jealous because you've got your Eagles baseball cap,
and I only wear it forward,
and he wears it back. So Galini for me is, and what was the name of that other keeper?
Gazaniga.
Yeah,
Gazaniga. Another load
listen,
of old rubbish.
No, but I have to say, and I say this as a middle-aged heterosexual man, he was a good-looking bloke, Gazaniga. He's a good-looking bloke. You've got to give him that.
Give me a Steve Grizovic any day, mate. Better keeper.
Anyway, so basically, we've got a comment here which So apparently my mate Simon Jordan, not a fan of Simon Jordan, is spot on about the way Tudor handled the Kinsky situation. So for the very first time, I'm going to ask him, can you just put in the comments, what did he say? What was he spot on about? We'll come back to that. All
So
right.
your opinion on that, Dave? Like,
yes, Kinsky. Yes.
let's have your opinion on the whole Kinsky affair from minute 1 to minute. When did he come off?
16.
16? Yeah.
Hmm.
So let's have your opinion on the picking of him, what happened with him, and then the treatment of him.
Okay. So did you want me to do a minute by minute?
Not minute by minute, but let's try and get it, roll it all into one. Let's try and condense it into a couple of minute rant or whatever you want it to be.
All right. So, I saw that he had been picked, obviously, and initially I was like pleased that Vicario had been dropped because he's shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I thought it's a bit of a bold one. If you're going to choose, you got 3 choices. You got 4 choices of game to put him in. He hasn't played for 5 months. He hasn't played for 5 months. You've got a Champions League away game.
Yeah.
You got a Champions League home game. You've got a Premier League away game, or you've got a Premier League home game. Which would be the easiest one to do in that regard? I'd probably say a Premier League away game, given how toxic our entertainment venue is these days, right? And then obviously the first goal went in, and I went, "What? What?" I was like, when that first goal went in, I kind of like. So we'd had Palace.
Yeah.
The Van der Ven and all that. And then we have this. And I'm sat on that couch. And I'm like going, what is going on? And then obviously goals to, I think we were 3-0 down when he was sent.
3-0 down when he done that. Obviously, Van der Ven now is getting away with it, isn't he? Because on the second one, he fell over.
He did fall over. And I do think that, given the multi-billion stadium that we have, given the Deloitte's top 10 revenue that we had, they warmed up on that pitch, and it was, and they apparently they do say that Barcelona have been there, slip slided all over the shop, and this, that, and the other. So it's a little bit of a thing that they do. Someone should have kind of said, well, at the moment, they should have put longer studs on. But at the end of the day, Van der Ven should have got sent off as well, shouldn't he? And so when the third goal went in, I reacted to it like, do you remember that 4-0 away with Stellini in charge? Do you remember that one?
I remember the Newcastle. You mean Newcastle?
Yeah, the Newcastle one, right?
Yeah.
So the Newcastle one, that was on a long weekend here in Australia. I sat down and watched it with Louis Armstrong, the trumpet player, who's not that into it. And my other son was watching it in another room with his mates on some screen, whatever. And then when we went 4-0 down after 20 minutes, we started laughing. We actually just started laughing at each other about how ridiculous it is. And again, I watched it on my own on the other morning. I just laughed. And then he got off, he got subbed.
Yeah.
And then they scored another, and I was just laughing. And the commentator, I don't know who the commentator was. It might have been Sam Matface or something like that. What I've noticed about the commentators that we get, we get the global feeds, the commentators, not the locals. All of them slag off Tottenham from the get-go. All of them slag off Tottenham the whole time. They're going on for years.
They're easy pickings.
But here we go. We got Simon Jordan. Thank you, Vim. Jordan was saying he's a professional footballer. He mucked up royally. Last thing he needed to do during the heat of the match was offer a public display of affection. Well, there you go. What do you think about that? Do you think Tudor should have at least acknowledged him?
I think they were right to bring him off.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with that. I'm just at the point I know I'm pretty harsh anyway, Dave, but I'm just at the point.
You are harsh. You're very harsh.
Stop messing up and get on with it. You know, it's just getting stupid now. They showed all that at half time, didn't they? So the commentators, we had Wally McCoist and Darren Fletcher. Darren Fletcher's all right. I can't stick McCoist. He's just like a just a fucking idiot. But anyway,
And you
and then
don't like
they.
Ali McCoist. Did you like Ali McBeal in the day? Did you like Ali McBeal?
Oh yeah.
I bet you did.
My missus used to. Oh, I ain't getting into it. I could, I don't want to lose viewers again. But yeah, and I
We
just
just did.
and I didn't notice that thing that happened.
Go on.
And I just think to myself, when somebody's had that much of a stinker and you've had to bring them off, I'd have thought you'd have got him to as he's walking off because nothing's going on at that point. You'd have maybe just gone up to him, put your, just even said something like, don't, don't worry, or just, tap just something to go like, shit bit of luck that, mate, but we've got to change things. But really, really, I don't get on Tudor's back for that.
No.
That's not why, I want him gone. It's not because of that, because of that interaction with Kinsky. It's all the other stuff, like the bad decisions, the bad footballing decisions, all that. Like that's neither here nor there for me. I'm just sort of pissed off of all the players. I feel for Kinsky in a way, but I'm just over. I'm just over it. Like I've got no sympathy for any of the Tottenham players. I don't really care. But yeah, he probably, could have done something. The players went down and that's probably done it for him with the players. But I don't think it would have took much anyway with this group of players.
Yeah, so what made me laugh, there's a report that said that some players have given up on Igor Tudor. See, I would have thought it was all players have given up on the Igor Tudor.
We've been here before, though, haven't we, Dave? They gave up with Conte.
They did.
The training, they gave up on Mourinho. I'm not saying I'm not sticking up for Mourinho or Conte or whatever. But they're not. It's not all the same players. But there's some of them, and we just hear that too often as a football club over the past 4 or 5 years, and it's just I've been saying it for a while, and it's just become even more like prevalent. They're just a bad group of professional footballers, aren't they?
They are a bad group of professional footballers, but the thing about Igor is that we don't have the players to play three at the back. Three at the back doesn't really work in the Premier League, if I'm honest. What sums it up for me was the Palace game when he played Porro as a right centre back and Archie Gray as a right wing back. I mean, that is just absolute. I can't. I'm actually lost for words, to be honest with you, on that one.
And
I know that he got.
Dave,
go on.
You are right. Like we've had the players playing out of position, and then not. I mean, I don't know how you'd get round this. We had players on the bench, but then you're playing away at Atletico Madrid. You know the type of team they're going to be. You know what the crowd's going to be like. And then I'm looking at it as well. And even the likeable players in that squad, that team that started, Sarr and Gray, I'm looking at that midfield and I'm going, we're playing last 16 of the Champions League here. And our midfield is Gray and Sarr. That is like Champions League year in, year out players we're playing against. It's like year in, year out Champions League playing a championship team. When you do those matchups, I'm looking at that midfield going, and Archie Gray is continued to try. He showed the rest of them up with his maturity.
Yeah.
And Sarr, for how much I don't think he does a lot by run around, he seems like he's, even if it's not coming off for him, he's at least try it. They're all trying, I suppose, but he's endeavouring to.
Are they all trying
to be to try and do something to help the team? But when you look at it like that, and if you're honest, you go,
it's a bit like going to Anfield with Tim Sherwood as your interim coach, and you're up against Sturridge, Sterling, and Suarez, and you play Sigurdsson and Bentaleb as your central defensive midfield partnership. And guess what? That didn't end very well, did it? So all this talk about get Sherwood back,
Oh,
no.
I mean, we'll come on to the managerial talk in a minute, Dave, because I think that's.
We will.
I mean, I think the matches have been talked to death now, haven't they? I mean, like last sort of comments on the Madrid game, and the worst thing watching that, Dave, was if we were a partly competent side, we'd be going into the second leg on Wednesday at home with a bit of a chance.
Yeah, I agree.
But because we are so incompetent, we've got pretty much no chance.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's hard to really, and then, you know, like you said in a sec, if you just give us your sort of final thoughts on the game, and then you just feel like at the minute there is obviously Tudor's still here, and we'll have our own thoughts on that. And you think to yourself, we got whatever games left. We brought this guy in to try and get something going for an uplift. And it just feels worse, doesn't it? It feels like there's even less hope now than when Frank was here.
Oh, yeah, there is less hope. There was little hope, but now there's no hope. In fact,
so
if you
go on. No, I want. So if you sort of now give us,
I was gonna say that if we bring this graphic up, that's the arc of no hope, the arc of despair. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, there is no hope. There is no hope. There's only one way out of this. Is the way I see it, and I never thought I'd hear the day. I never thought I'd see the day to say, if you're going to press the button on Tudor's got to go. I mean, he is. I mean, the interesting thing about Tudor is that he has lost his last 8 games at Juventus, or he hasn't won a game at Juventus for 8. Add on 4 with Tottenham. He's not coached a team win a game of professional football in 12 games now. And Paratici, who a lot of people love and think he's great, this was his recommendation. And the last interim he recommended and installed was Stellini. And we all know how that ended. So Madrid and Newcastle, that Newcastle game, it's the same thing. He's got to go. He should have gone. I don't get this concept of someone was saying that, Liverpool's another free hit. We're not going to get anything there. We haven't got any room for manoeuvre here. There is no room to manoeuvre.
I agree with you, Dave, and it's absolutely ridiculous. But once again, cynical head, and I said this to you the other day, I think the powers that be, I mean, I think they're completely incompetent, Vini and Lang.
Well, yeah.
So I might be being too generous here. But I think they've probably gone, if we get a new manager in, we're going to go to Liverpool, where we probably won't win. Yeah. So I think, and I've said to you, I think they're just feeding him to the wolves on Saturday. It's not. I don't think it's a free hit. I think all the fans know now. Even if we had got a bit of like momentum and got a point up there, it's a point. But I think they're thinking. I mean, I hope they're thinking this at least, and not saying we'll give him the Forest game as well, and then we'll do some in the international break. But I think, look, go up there, and then we can get rid of him. We've got Atletico Madrid on the Wednesday at home. We're sort of out of that tie, really. But if we can get a performance and say we just win the game, the fans will be behind us, ready for the game against Forest. But it's ridiculous. He should have been sacked. He should have gone after that game. But I think that's sort of how they're playing it.
Yeah, but they're stupid because you need to have the coach on the training ground, right? It doesn't matter what something's a free hit, not a free hit. This, that, we haven't got any room to maneuver, and so therefore, more time than you have of a coach on a training ground, right?
Yeah,
is the better, right? So, in my opinion, the solution is, and I can't believe I'm saying this, get Sean Dyche in, because people are saying Redknapp and Sherwood and Hoddle and someone who's got emotional attachment. They haven't been in the game for years. They haven't coached for years. That's number one.
Absolutely.
Number two, for the vibes and the good times and things like that, Defoe is coaching one of the kids, the youth teams. You know that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's at the club. So I would get Sean Dyche in and is all that gravel he shoves down his
Yeah.
throat to do the post-match interviews. I would say to Dyche, okay, bring in who you want, but you got to have Defoe on your staff. And
Yeah.
Defoe's got to sit very near you on the bench because I'm serious. It's about the
Yeah.
vibes now. We need, we're going to get some vibes in. So we get
Yeah.
Defoe in for the vibes and maybe he coaches the strikers to, be
Yeah.
strikers and
Yeah.
then get Dyche in. And why Dyche? Because he's had experience of this. He's
Yeah.
got Premier League experience. He's motivated by the fact that Forest will be his first game, and I think they did him a little bit bad
Yeah.
on that.
Did him dirty. Yeah.
They did him dirty on that, and he's only going to be in for 7 or 8, 9 games, and that's it. And
Look,
if we get relegated, you might keep him to bring us back up the next season.
But I agree on that point. I agree with you, Dave. People also like we're a big enough joke already. This
We are.
Redknapp thing. Do they think by him putting his arm round, say Van der Ven and telling him he's terrific, he'll start playing better? I
Yeah.
don't think so.
No,
I was speaking to a
Go on.
mate of mine this morning who's a Liverpool season ticket holder, and he said to me, and I was like, I just don't agree, mate. And he's about this Redknapp thing. He went, nah. He said when we got Dalglish back, he'd been out the game for a long time, and you could tell that he just wasn't up with it. He said his press conferences and everything he said was sort of cringy. Decisions he was making, and he just said the game had sort of passed him by. He had the right ideas of how he thought, but the game had just passed him by. And he
I
said,
agree.
and it was sad to see. Now, look, mate, I want a manager that is going to strike a happy medium of putting his arm around players and of it being a shoulder for them to lean on and build them up. And a guy who's like, I can do all that, but also, look, I'm the boss. I'm the gaffer. So as long as these are the things I want you to do, or at least attempt to do and try and do. You're a really good player. That's what I want you to do. I want the happy medium. But I just think this vibes thing, and they've got to have a Tottenham attachment. Why? What is that going to do? Sherwood was no good the first time he was here. We got rid of him. Defoe's never done it before. Like you said, I'm not even. I wouldn't be saying a Dyche bring Defoe in. You've got to have a Tottenham thing. I'd just be saying, look, we just want a good, sensible appointment. And I'm totally with you. If we went down, I'd be quite happy to say to Dyche, you've got a year to get us back up. You've had experience doing that. When he was with Burnley in the Championship, it wasn't like awful football, but hopefully he'll have a slightly better class of player. He'll be able to do what he needs to do to get us up. And then the reality is you just say to him, we're now going to move on. But for me, Dyche is a sensible appointment. And I mean, Mason, is another thing. I'm just looking. If Mason come in, I'm just looking at it going, we're going down. If Redknapp comes in, it's just jokes, isn't it? Really, it is just jokes.
It is, and I don't know when you first started doing the cheese room on here, which I think when I started doing the cheese room, I think 4 or 5 years ago. I never thought that I would be seeing the day that I would be discussing with someone on YouTube getting Sean Dyche in as a manager. Ever.
But the thing is, Dave, with your thing about Tudor, they've had a few days now. You hear all the rumblings in the press. I think John posted some on the socials earlier. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. Saying there's not been one pundit, one professional, one ex-player who's come out in support of Tudor. It's pretty much universally said he needs to go and he's going to go. I guarantee you, we lose to Liverpool on Sunday, and on Monday morning there is a new manager on that training ground with those players.
And Kerry thinks that the fact that you said mate, is you saying mate? Is that a sign of who you want back? Is it time for orange? Is it time for orange?
That's another thing, and it's like the reality is with that. People have, I see now. If we'd have kept Ange, we wouldn't have been where we are. For me, Ange was the guy that set losing games in motion. This isn't a new thing. Us losing games in the league, is it? This isn't a new thing. This is what, 18 months in the making?
Yes.
Ange, Frank, Tudor, and the powers that be have all conspired.
That's almost like a rhyming song, that. And would you say that again? Ange, Frank, and the powers that be.
Tudor and the powers that be. Yeah, I just think we need someone that is real, that will simplify things, that is a current manager that has been in this situation with it. And Dyche has been in it with Everton as well.
He has.
A big club. Now, if anybody, what I posted on our group, there's a podcast with Henry Winter and Christian Purslow, which they had Dyche on the other week. Now, I'd say if I'm saying to other Spurs fans, go and listen to that. Try and take any bias out of it, or whatever. Just listen to it, and you'll listen to a bloke who you think that is what we need. That is what we need at this very minute. Maybe not long term, but with the very real situation we're in, that is what we need.
Okay, now we've got about 15 minutes to go. Gibbo, have you been holding the phone up with one of your hands the whole time?
Yeah.
You're not perched it. Can't you perch it on anything?
I can't perch it on anything, mate.
Okay, all right. Okay. So now we've got 25 people watching. If you could subscribe and like, whatever, that would be great. It's now time for Are You Team Vini or Are You Team Levy? Are you ready?
Dave, right, we're getting these slides now. You are getting these slides to a T.
Thank you.
What I want you to start working on and thinking about is what, not like a theme tune. What do they call it? Like a music that would go with that, like just a little.
You want me? Hang on. Let me get this right. You want music with the slides?
Yeah, like basically, when you put up the Kinsky picture and we called it the Kinsky files, we could have done with something that sounded a bit like the Rockford files, the music when the picture came up.
We could have done, wouldn't it? I was thinking Born Slippy Underworld myself.
Yeah.
However, but thank you for that. But remember that I put on a clip of the crowd booing, and we got kicked off for copyright by the Premier League because that's such a thing. Right. Okay. So in the press this week, we had the meeting of the Fab. Have you heard of the Fab,
Gibbo? Yeah.
Do you know what it stands for?
Advisory board. I think you've had plenty to say about them before, haven't you?
Potentially, Gibbo. Potentially, but they haven't blocked me. But they're not on Twitter. So Vin and I met with the fan advisory board, which is members of the trust and other such people. And basically, the press, we've lost two people. The press have reported on the fact that Vin is basically saying that whilst he admired Tottenham from the outside of the way it was run, once he got inside, he discovered the truth. There was insufficient focus across the organisation and on-pitch success, a lack of specialist expertise in certain areas, and insufficient empowerment of experts in others. Wage structure and player transaction approach impacted competitiveness, insufficient prioritisation of the women's team. I know that women's team's close to your heart, Gibbo. Financial pressures arising from heavy transfer spending and limited player sales, an internal culture requiring improvement in a number of areas. So obviously Brian in IT is not doing his job properly, and that is why we are going to get relegated. Damn you, Brian from IT and your culture. And apparently there is a growing disconnect between the club and its support base. Now, in response to that, as reported on TalkSport, there was a fantastic comment here, which I can't find it, of what Simon Jordan said about Redknapp. It was pretty rude. He basically, that's it. Here we go. He called Redknapp a loitering vulture who loves the cash. Wow. I mean, even I think that's pretty harsh, but anyway.
I mean, It is harsh, isn't it? I mean, he's given it like I'd love to do it and stuff like. I look and my thing.
Well,
with
hang on. No,
Redknapp
I'm not
is he
on
doesn't
red.
make-
This isn't about. No. We're not. Sorry,
Oh.
I'm going to cut across you. Apologies, Gibbo.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Redknapp.
Okay.
I've got a great story about Harry Redknapp and the Rio
Who are we
Ferdinand
talking about then?
transfer.
Vini?
Hang on. Remember, this is the Vini versus Levy section.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, all 22 of you, your team Vini or team Levy. So we've talked about Levy, the criticism of Levy from Vini, and this is what has. So apparently, Daniel Levy, out of the blue, rang Harry Redknapp last week. He rang him.
Yeah.
And he told him that he was walked. We've lost a lot of viewers here. We was walked out without any warning. And I feel sorry for Daniel because of Martin Yole, Poch not saying goodbye to the players, Harry Kane banned from the training ground. Sorry for Daniel there. Yet marched out. And he said that he would have got Harry Redknapp back. Levy said, I'd have got you. Harry, how are you? We haven't spoken for a while. I got marched out. If I was there, I'd have brought you back in. Now, do you think Daniel Levy said that to Harry Redknapp, thinking that Harry Redknapp would be discreet about it and not say it to anyone? What do you think, Gibbo?
Well, I don't think Harry Redknapp would make it up that that's been said to him. Why would you do that?
Rosie, 457. Carry on.
I don't see why you do that, but
no,
would Levy using me? Mate, I genuinely don't know. I don't know what to believe. It's all a little bit talk.
Are you team Vini or team Levy? That's the question.
Oh, neither. Both fucking idiots. Genuinely, Dave. I don't care.
It's team no one. It's team
nobody at the minute for me. Team the cockerel. That's what I am.
Chirpy or the one at the top of the
one on the top of the stand. That's what I am.
The one that's up there on our graphic.
Team Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. End of.
Yes. Okay. Now you know
what about you?
Well, again, it's like Team Vini or Team Levy, which I always say. It's like a choice. If someone put a gun to your head and said, you've got to go to Mamma Mia the musical or We Will Rock You the musical, you got no choice. I would probably take the bullet, to be honest with you.
So Dave, right? I'll come to you because obviously you've got a bigger opinion on this. I know obviously the whole world knows that you're not Levy's biggest fan, but
really,
what like Vini's come out with all this?
Yes.
Lots of those points you've read out to me. It's like, and we knew that. What are your thoughts on like them coming out and saying that? Do you think it's just a little bit? Let's give them something to try and like us about.
Well, Kerry's obviously gone for We Will Rock You. Not an ABBA fan. In the world of work, in the jobs that you have had and you do now, and the jobs that I do, I don't think there's ever been a case that someone has left the work, the company who you work for, and they've left, and after they've left, everyone goes, it's gone really downhill since he's gone or she. They're brilliant. They're brilliant, and they've left. We're in big trouble now. I can't remember anyone. I don't think that I've ever left a working place where they have cried and said the place has gone. It was brilliant when he was around. And so what Vini has done, as you said, is an art of self-preservation. So those minutes, hang on a minute. That's very true. I've got one more as well coming up. So it's the art of self-preservation, and that's what it is. You know, he had the meeting. He had the meeting with the Fab, and basically the whole minutes are, we're very concerned about our position. And then they said, we're very concerned and we're very concerned. There's a lot of concerned. We're all very concerned. And then he obviously comes in and gives a list of things that he found when he came in. And that's all been picked up by the paper. And then in the meantime, he's old Levy, who probably hasn't spoken to Harry Redknapp in years, rings up Harry and said, I would get you back. I'd get you back. because Daniel knows how to tap into what the fans think about, right? And that's what it is. It's just self-preservation. That's what it is. So Levy told Redknapp, knowing full well that Redknapp would tell everyone. And that's where we are. So I'm with you. I'm team no one. Now we've got about 9 minutes to go. Your hands must be aching holding that phone up for all the... Oh, look at ladies and gentlemen, he's hands free. He is hands free.
Yeah.
It's now. How are you feeling? Like you're feeling it's a dark time for our club. We've been talking now for about 52 minutes. Are you feeling worse or better?
I don't think no different really, Dave. I think I'm at the point where you know the buzzword a couple of weeks ago was apathetic, wasn't it?
Yes.
We were all apathetic. I do not want us to get relegated. I just do not want us to get relegated. Then part of me sort of then trying to convince yourself around, I'm thinking at least we can get rid of a load of these players if we go down and we sort of build again to come up, which isn't really a good excuse. That's just trying to make the most out of a bad situation. And I just think the only thing now that will actually make me sort of, and it's a very, very simple thing, we need to start winning games. Just start winning games and get the season over, and then clear the decks. Because until we sort of know that's happening, and I'm talking, Vini, will he still be there? He's done all that stuff. The people who run the club, even though they're the Lewis family or fucking Enoch Mark II or whatever, the whole Lang thing. It's like if Lang and Vini are both there next year, you're just thinking what's going to change?
Nothing's going to change. But anyway, so basically, your mood hasn't changed.
Nah.
So I want you to visualize this next thing that I'm about to bring up on screen. Okay.
Another slide.
So it's my last slide of the night. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, you're going to Anfield on the weekend? Are you driving up there?
Yeah, we'll drive.
So as you're getting in the car, is that going with you?
Yeah. Me and the
Ralph,
boy.
is it Ralph? No, Ralph.
Ralph won't be coming. He'll stay at home and look
okay.
after his mum for Mother's Day.
So you're not there for Mother's. Well, anyway, let's not go there.
Yeah.
So you've turned the key in the ignition. Your Lighthouse Family playlist comes on.
Away.
Lighthouse Family blaring, and so I just want you to think of this. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a summary of the last 10 matches at Anfield.
Yeah.
And let me just take you through it here. You ready, Gibbo? This is just
please,
for your journey. So in the last 10 games at Anfield in the league, Liverpool have won 7 times.
Yeah.
There's been 3 draws. So the last 10 games, Liverpool wins 7, draws of 3. Can you guess how many games Tottenham have won?
I'm going to probably say 0.
Gibbo, you are on the ball tonight, let me tell you.
How many times have we won there since the war?
I'll get the war. Which one?
The Second World War.
You don't want to go
How
first?
many times have we won at Anfield?
I'll tell you. I think we won in 85.
Yeah.
Garth Crooks.
Yeah.
I think we won there 86.
Wade Klinsmann was here.
No, I think we won there 86, 87 in the league. I might be wrong. We won there. I think we won there in the league in the 93, 94 season before Sheringham got injured. And then I think we last won there in 2011.
Modric.
Which was whoever's going to win was going to qualify for the Europa. Van der Vaart and Modric there.
Yeah.
So I think the last time we won in the league was 2011.
Yeah, but so we've got. Would you say our record? I mean, obviously the Chelsea record started at Stamford Bridge. Started about 89, didn't it? 90, something like that.
90. Maggie Thatcher. Yeah, Maggie Thatcher was Prime Minister.
So
yeah.
So is our record better? I mean, how many times have you won at the Bridge? Once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 wins,
2 wins in
40,
40
2
years.
wins in the league. I don't know about that. I think it's more
So
than
we've
that.
got
I
to
think it's
go.
85. No, I think it's more than that. I'm pretty sure that we won there in the league under Aussie. I might be wrong.
Could you do? Didn't we beat We beat them in the FA Cup at Anfield, didn't we? Sheringham and
Yes,
Klinsmann.
we did.
But I can't remember. I know what you're saying under Aussie. I can't remember winning there under Aussie.
I thought we did.
Not in the league.
I'm happy to be proved wrong. If our loyal 25 viewers can look it up, then that would be great. I thought we won there under Fleet, maybe 86, 87, and I think we won there maybe. And I thought we won there under Aussie. Might be wrong.
I mean, if we were ultra positive, which we're not, you'd say law of averages say that at some point that's got to change. But the way I see the game going is nobody gives a fuck. They probably know a new manager will be in on Monday. Yep. Liverpool will just come out the blocks flying and probably score within the first 10 minutes.
5, come on, 10 minutes.
And
that's wildly optimistic to say that they'll score in the first 10 minutes.
They'll bag what, 4 or 5, Dave?
I'm going to go something a bit different. So the last time we got relegated, yeah. Obviously we then got promoted, and the first season back we lost 7-0.
Yeah.
I think it's 7-0.
I think they might, just because they've got a big game. They've got Galatasaray in the week, haven't they? They're 1-0 down. They're at home. Yeah. I'm sort of hoping they'll probably pull our pants down, wrap the goals up, and then they might just start ease off.
Ease off.
You know, Mo Salah's been shocking. He'll fill his boots. Yeah.
Hat-trick. Are you in the away end?
Yeah, I'm in the Liverpool. I'm in the Tottenham end. I wouldn't go in the home end, mate.
And if the great public come up to you and say hello, will you do selfies with them and stuff like that? Given you're a social media legend.
Of course I would, but I doubt very much anyone who watches the show will be there, Dave.
What do you mean?
Well, Dave, I'll be there, but you know the likes of who's going to be there, and they won't be looking for me, will they? They'll be looking for the likes of
Connor,
Howlin, or Connor, but Connor won't be there. They'll be like, "Is that from Grumpy Old Spurs?" And they'll be like, "Is Connor with him? Is Connor with him?" And they'll be like, "No, I think he's on his own, or he's with his son." They'll be going, "Ah, fuck that then."
Yeah, fair enough. So anyone in the chat wants to give the predictions? I mean, I agree with King Hoddle. The current Liverpool side is not good.
Palace weren't a good side, mate.
No one's a good side. That's why. That's what it is. So Kerry thinks that anyway, predictions in the chat for the game. So what's your score, Gibbo?
I'm gonna be generous, and I'm gonna go 4-0.
You're going 4-0. And who's your favourite this week to get a red card?
Let's go. Let's go Archie Gray, because he's been doing all right, hasn't he?
Okay, and what do you think of people who spell favourite the American way on this show in the comments without the U?
They might be American.
They could be American. I mean, it's Warren J.
So sounds quite American, Dave.
Sounds quite American. So
yeah,
maybe he is. King Hoddle is King Hoddle 3-1 loss. So negative. King Hoddle, you really are. Milton is down in the gong. Banger gong, Wollongong. He's going 5-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we also do a quick before we go? After obviously they've put in the scores, go through them. Who they think will be in charge on Monday?
Keith Parker says we're going to win 6-1.
Good old Keith.
Sorry, laugh at my own joke. Morph, Vim, and Morph. Well done, Vim, with the Morph as again.
Oh, he's got his bag in.
I'd like to see Morph play, actually. He'd be good. And Kevin, listen, if you've got a problem with alcohol or mind-altering substance, Kevin, if you've got a problem, you need to seek help, okay? There we go. I was right.
Come on here taking the piss out of us, Kev.
Warren who's in Virginia, USA. He's another.
Yes.
He's saying. In fact, that's why he's
Welcome,
got
Warren.
favourite. Without welcome, Warren. The fact that you don't have a U in your favourite, I'm comfortable with that. Gibbo, you fine with that?
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine. Welcome to the madhouse.
Yeah. So my prediction is I'm going back to 1978.
Yeah.
Neil McNabb's last game for the club. I like Neil McNabb. I was the first player. I was very upset he left, and we lost 7-0. Barry Danes had a bit of a shocker. The defence obviously was a shocker. We lost 7-0. I'm going 7-0.
Okay, and who are you having to be in the Spurs dugout for the Madrid game?
Tudor.
I know who you want. Who do you think?
Tudor will be Tudor because they're so inept. Tudor will be there. Yeah. And I got to be honest with you. As I said, there's a little bit of a deal we have here. We've got to watch the games. For me, they're at difficult times sometimes and all the rest of it. And you've got to work your day around it. But I really have very, very, very little motivation to watch that second leg next week. Can you, as we finish off now, Gibbo, can you motivate me to watch the second leg?
Please watch it, Dave, so we can have something to take the piss out of on our next Thursday's show.
Is that your motivation, Gibbo?
Yeah. If you're feeling a little bit low and a little bit sad, if Tadpole Tudor's still in place, just watch it, because there's bound to be something happen that just makes you chuckle, just makes you smile, Dave.
So that's it. You want me to watch it for the lols?
Watch it for the lols. And I think, fresh from his stint at West Bromwich Albion, who were about to be relegated, I think for vibes and feels, and because he knows the club, that Langer they'll have assessed all their options. They'll go through 20 to 30 possible candidates, and they'll find out that Ryan Mason is the best man for the job.
Is that a data-driven approach?
Oh yeah, definitely. There'll be plenty of data being
and data.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think just to finish off here, just to cheer everyone up, this could be our last game in Europe as a whole, and I think I calculated it last week till the 28-29 season.
And Dave, I was listening to a podcast earlier where they were talking about Forest going down, and they said they've come back up. And they said Forest spent 23 years outside of the top flight. And as they said that, I thought, my God, can you imagine?
Well, there we go. We're going to do 23 more years of grumpy old Spurs talking about the Championship. I can't wait.
Now, we, like I said, Lincoln away next year, Deepdale away, first game of the season.
Looking forward to it. Let's have it. And just to finish off, because we've got a very important question here. Where has he gone? From our mate down in the gong. If we, this is a very Aussie-centric question. If we go down, what channel shows the Championship games? I think it's beIN Sport, which means, sadly, more money for another subscription service. So there you go. And on that positive and indeed very happy note, Gibbo, any final words from you?
Come on, you Spurs.
Here we go. Come on, you Spurs. Good night and thank you.
Good night.